Meet the most craziest Roman emperor you have never heard about, Caligula. Imagine if your boss not only demanded loyalty, but also asked you to worship his pet horse. Welcome to the world of Caligula, Rome's emperor who made Netflix's wildest villains look like amateurs. Caligula, born Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus in 12 CE, ruled Rome from 37 to 41 CE. His father's soldiers affectionately nicknamed him Caligula, actually means little boots, because as a child he wore a tiny soldier's uniform while following his father on military campaigns. Cute nickname. Not such a cute reign. Tiberius died in 37, and Caligula succeeded him as emperor. When Caligula became emperor at age 24, Rome cheered him. He was the great-grandson of Augustus, the adopted grandson of Tiberius, and seemed like the fresh young leader Rome needed. At first, people loved him. He cut taxes, freed political prisoners, and threw wild games and festivals. But then, something shifted. Many historians think he suffered from a serious illness early in his reign. Whether it was epilepsy, encephalitis, or just unchecked power going to his head, Caligula's rule went from fun and generous to unhinged reality show. He declared himself a living god and ordered temples built for his worship. Imagine your boss saying, "Mondays are rough. Bow to me, I'm Zeus now." He supposedly wanted to make his horse, Incitatus, a consul. Historians debate if this was serious or satire, but either way, Roman senators weren't laughing. He emptied the treasury with extravagant games and bizarre building projects, including bridges made of ships. Think of him as the original influencer, blowing the budget for content. And yes, he was notorious for cruelty. He executed rivals, humiliated senators, and even turned trials into public entertainment. Caligula basically invented reality courtroom drama, but with actual death sentences. He chained women to chariots like horses and whipped them as they pulled him around. He hosted feasts inviting 8 men of only one type, bald, short, tall, or fat. Once he unleashed poisonous snakes into the audience at the gladiator games and watched with amusement as the crowds panicked and fell victim to poisonous bites. Eventually, his reign of terror and extravagance caught up with him. In 41 CE, on the 24th of January, the day before his due departure for Alexandria, after just less than 4 years in power, members of his own Praetorian Guard stabbed him to death in a palace tunnel. He was just 28 years old. Caligula's legacy is complicated. Love witty history videos about the world's craziest emperors and dictators? Hit subscribe and stick around. The past has never been this entertaining. Ancient sources loved juicy gossip, so some stories might be exaggerated. But the overall picture? A young emperor whose short reign became the poster child for absolute power gone wrong. So, was Caligula Rome's craziest emperor? Probably. At the very least, he proved one thing: never trust a man who treats his horse better than his senators. Caligula remains a symbol of dictatorship, corruption, and the darker side of ancient Rome. This channel brings you history's wildest leaders, told with humor and the added modern twist. Subscribe and join the journey through the past's craziest stories.